3, this time it was not a storage issue, it was a battery level issue. Sorry. Sorry about that. Anyways, so this lady jumped into this puddle of mud. That band could be significant for someone. Jumped into this puddle of mud, or this pit of mud, and she dove under and completely covered herself head to toe, and then she got out, and then she started walking. I don't know, my guess was she was walking to her home, but like she got out of the car and then she just started walking, and then the people drove off. They just like dropped her off to immerse herself in the mud. And I was very confused as I stood on the bridge. I like watched her do this. She looked at me once. She like looked at me once and there was like no emotion there. She just looked at me and then jumped in. And I stood there and I was confused. I was like, okay. Like I kind of felt like I wasn't supposed to see that, or like I shouldn't have been there. Like it almost felt like I was violating her or something having seen that. Like it was a weird feeling. I was confused. It's like, why? Like, not that I needed to know, because it was, her doing her own thing, but like, I couldn't help but be like, why? Like, why is she doing that? Okay, so I got so many different messages from this one. Okay, alright. So, but the main ones would be that this woman could represent this person in your life that is or was abusing you or was abusive, and them like them having like gotten in over their head. They made some sort of big mistake, or they weren't careful and they are now overwhelmed with their own emotions, or they're overwhelmed with a situation that is very complex for them, or very very difficult. Okay, and this is why, again, like, you didn't want to leave them out to walk in the cold of the night. Like, you don't want this person to have to deal with this negativity by themselves. Okay, or you don't want this person to have to deal with something so complex and overwhelming. Like, she was head to toe, completely covered in this mud. You don't want to see them go through this alone. Maybe you feel like you're the only one there for them, or they have nowhere else to go, or something like that, whether they are in your life right now or not. Okay? Okay, it could be that. It could be this is like someone outside of you, outside of this situation, that this is just like a side thing where you witnessed someone make a mistake and become completely overwhelmed with their emotions, and they got too deep in over their head in negativity. There was someone that really dove into some negativity, and you just happened to witness it or happened to feel it maybe in your sensors or something like that, and you're like it was something that, like, maybe some of you are clairsentient here or claircognizant. You just know something, or you just feel something that you'd rather not. Like if you are, especially if you are empathetic, if you are an empath, okay, but especially empathetic, clairsentient, claircognizant, you would know that it's like I used to say it was a blessing and a curse, because I was like, there was so many things about people that I knew intrinsically that I didn't want to know. Like, I've known some pretty gnarly stuff about people that I'm like, I don't want to know that. And I used to think it was a curse, because I was like, I'm burdened with everyone's burdens. Like, why do I know everyone's secrets? I used to, but once I became much more aligned with myself, and when I got to the point in my life where I was like, okay, I know who I am, that stuff started to be like, okay, I just know things, and it's uncomfortable. Again, like in this dream, it was very odd. I was like, I felt like I was violated it, but she did it right in front of me. Like, it was there. It was not just obvious. Like, it was there in front of me. I couldn't ignore it, right? Okay, so maybe that's something that happened to someone here. Maybe just one of you, or maybe a few of you, okay? Take it if it resonates. That was a message that came through. Okay, so it could be that. It could be it could be this other person, this abusive person. Or, last one, this could be a guidance for you to step out of the control seat for a second. Like, you've been doing really well. I see here you're secure. You are stable. There's confidence here. You feel grounded. Again, there's a need to continuously ground, okay? Continuously ground. Um, you feel like you are moving in a helpful direction. Things are ordered and structured. And you're being guided to step out for a second, okay? Risk the vulnerability, risk the, okay, if I do this, I might be a little like, for a little bit. It's okay. Step out and immerse yourself in the mud. Immerse yourself, like, in the negative feelings that arise from this person triggering you, or that, like, in the present, or the thoughts and emotions that come up regarding the past with this person, okay? It could be all three of these scenarios. It could be this abusive person. It could be you saw someone, or you felt something, or you heard something like that, with your clairs, or something like that she didn't want to see, or that you felt, like you didn't need to see, or feel, or whatever. And also guidance to immerse yourself. Okay? It could be all three. It could be one of them. It could be two of them. I'm not sure. It's at least one of them for every single person. Okay? Take which one of those resonates for you. All right. Okay, so immerse yourself in this, all of these icky, sticky feelings that come from the basement, that come from your repressed emotions and stuff like that. Another part of this dream with this home, not only did it have this basement, it also, this park manager, neighborhood manager, also opened up like a door in the floor, and there was an extra storage space, and it was pretty large, okay? You have the extra space for this. You have aligned yourself to be ready for this, okay? It's like either a final purging process, or a intense purging process that's going to provide you with large transformation, okay? We have the King of Wands here on the back. You're being asked to go towards this fearlessly, okay? Going into the wasp message, or the wasp totem from the last message, this focus and determination that you're feeling, okay? This connecting to your unconscious or energetic collective out there in the world. There's a need to continue tapping into this, like, very powerfully, okay? The half moon is tomorrow, okay? Third quarter, otherwise known as. And this is a great period for introspection and for reevaluation on your priorities, so that you can recalibrate, okay? And so that you can commit or recommit. And this is to some sort of creation. This is just something within you, or a part of yourself, a part of your new identity that needs to be committed to or recommitted to throughout this this phase of the moon, okay? Or that you're being guided to. I don't want to say need, because not everyone might be ready for that, but you're being guided to really introspect and reevaluate, so that you may build further, okay, in a more stable way. You have a foundation that you are grounding, okay? In the dream, park manager, neighborhood manager said it's going to be a couple months. It's going to take time. You know that. You understand that. So allow it, okay? Dive into it. It's going to allow you to find balance. There's a need to release regrets, okay? You could be holding on to some sort of there's this unresolved issue or regret over some sort of trivial transaction with another person. Like, especially if it's this person that was abusive, it's like you're overthinking something you said or did whenever they were just abusive of you. Like, I don't want to, okay, I'm going to say it because it's coming through. You don't need to consider this person. Like, this sounds harsh, but, like, they have not been considerate of you at all. They've used you and abused you. okay? Especially if this was a partner. Um, they have very much mistreated you. Um, and there is a need to fearlessly walk away from this and to stop playing in your mind some sort of trivial shit that happened between the two of you, because you don't need to consider, yeah, I'm just gonna say, you don't need to consider this person's emotions in the situation. This person has been so abusive and narcissistic and not, um, accepting of your feelings or giving and receiving, abusive, okay? They have never considered you, or they haven't considered you in a long time, or they're definitely not right now, and they're doing the opposite of considering you. Or they're considering you and being like, yeah, I'm gonna stomp on them, kind of thing. Um, there's a need to really release this regret of whatever, maybe you thought you'd hurt their feelings, or maybe you thought that you could have done something better. Like, there's a need to release this, okay? And also release your attachment to whatever outcome you see happening from this deep dive, okay? The half moon, the third quarter, is really calling you to allow, okay, and to not hold an expectation. Release your attachment to what might come of this healing, okay? And going into this introspection is going to allow you to, there's some sort of rest that's needed, and you're going to need to rest through this introspection, so that you may release. Okay, and from this, you're going to be able to build further. You're going to be able to plan how to recalibrate yourself. You're going to be able to plan on how you're going to commit more strongly, how you are going to recommit. Okay, you might get something through this that's very insightful. With the half moon, with the third quarter moon, it's very insightful, okay? It's a time where we get guidance from our own intuition, or we get guidance from the Most High, but mostly from ourselves if we do that introspection, right? You are being guided through an uncertain time. You just need to listen to yourself, okay? You have, again, the storage, you have the space to process it. Okay, the storage represents, it symbolizes a need to preserve or hold on to memories, experiences, or aspects of yourself. And that's what you're going through right now. There's a need to store that, how far you have come, for one, and what you have built up by yourself. Again, you might be alone on this, and maybe just one friend or your pet or your creation. But for some of you, that's not going to resonate. You're going to have, more than just one, right? Okay, but that is for some of you. You've built a lot on your own. Even if you do have people surrounding you, you have built a lot on your own. And you are grounding something very new for yourself, literally a new self, into the physical right now. Okay, so there's a need to hold on to that security, and ground that in, and preserve that. Preserve that groundedness, preserve that stability and security of self. Okay? While you process this, you are desiring this space to process. You have this space to process. You just have to look, okay? You just have to look at the fact that you are organized, you are structured, you are disciplined. Continue to ground yourself. This will allow you to be like, okay, you're right. I do have more space. I do have the space to do this, okay? And here you're going to find that you have new emotions, or you're going to be able to tap into untapped potentials, abilities, skills, talents that you have hiding, these hidden gems, okay? You're being guided to explore and mine for the hidden gem within you. Okay, you're going to be bringing something out, and I wish I had the book for my Wild Unknown archetype, because I'm really getting the gem archetype right now, and I'm actually going to bring it out just so we can look at the picture for the gem. Okay, you have hidden potential or untapped talents and abilities, okay? There's some sort of thoughts and emotions that are needing you to bring structure to them, and to remind yourself that there is structure and there is, you have it taken care of, and your spirit team has the external taken care of. So if there's any part of you that's afraid that if you focus on your internal like really heavily right now, that something's gonna get you from the outside. Your spirit team wants you to know that that's not possible. Whoever is watching you, more than just one angel, specifically, should I say, especially one angel, but your entire team is watching out for you, and your own sense of self and this confidence and self-control in setting boundaries, these elements are going to keep you protected through this process, okay? Through the gem. This kind of reminds me of the underworld. This outside kind of reminds me of the underworld, where there's all the icky stickies, the crawly little, the bugs and the worms and the squirms and the dirt, okay? The mud. In this, there is a beautiful gem waiting to be discovered within you. Okay, and we have the ocean right now. Yeah, it's diving deep. Diving really deep into something, okay? And allowing yourself to bring out new perspectives with the rainbow here, the crystal, the reflection. It's kaleidoscope. It's seeing things from all sorts of different angles. You're going to have some sort of new light come in. Like, you're going to be able to see from some sort of new pair of eyes. You have this new self you're grounding in, this new identity, okay? You just kind of need, like, the eyes now. It's like you might be walking around a little blind, okay, at the moment, because this is all very new to you. And doing this deep dive process in this specific situation, okay, if you're resonating with this, you deep dive, okay? This is something you do. This is something you're able to openly give to, is diving into yourself. It's this specific situation that you're finally ready to, okay? That you need to accept that you're finally ready to, and just get down into it, okay? You are protected, and you are going to pull out something beautiful and radiant and abundant, okay? I'm seeing the Merkaba in there. Is that what I'm seeing in there? It's new light codes, okay? It's definitely, it's a new energetic body that you're going to be, like, really embracing once you go through this process, okay? You're ready to rest and release. And if there is extra storage and you're like, I don't know what to do with this, what will you put there? Maybe there's a need to journal or brainstorm on that. What will you put in this new space? What you're trying to create, this new self, this new identity, what do you want to put there? What do you want to bring to the table for yourself? What kind of newness would you like to embrace? Okay, what is it that you would like to gnosis? What is it that you would like to connect to? Or bring your connection forward to? Oh, a part of this dream, in the basement, there was kind of some other people's stuff in there, okay? You definitely need to do some cleansing, some clearing, and let go of what isn't yours. But there was an element of spirituality and like a new spiritual practice, okay, specifically of some sort of like meditating with an ancestor, or like picking an ancestor out, or an angel, or a spirit guide. Could even be an animal, you know, whatever it is for you. It's like picking one out to work with every week, or possibly every month, or in this specific situation, this specific deep dive introspection healing process, okay? Is to pick someone. Yeah, that's not going to be for everyone, but, you know, that's for someone out there. And also to allow them to do work for you. Allow, especially whoever's protecting you, allow yourself, because in this dream I wasn't allowed to, like, touch anything related to this. It was like, hey, you use this to connect. You use this. So it's like, yeah, finding a different way to connect, a new way to connect to your soul, or to your ancestors, or a certain spirit guide, maybe reaching out to a new spirit guide, something like that, okay? That's going to be really beneficial, I feel, for each and every one of you, okay? We have Gnosis, which is the interconnected web, okay? This is also like, it's interconnected web. It's you getting a moment of inspiration. The Bardo. Isn't this the moment of, like, the Bardo, this is like the edge, right? And there's some sort of memory in the middle of this. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it feels like there's a memory there. There's an image there. There's like, There's something reflected. There's also like a really creepy image in the very middle of that. It's like red and it looks dark. Okay, there's something that really, something repressed, that it's something dead and gone, something that just, something heavy that needs to be dealt with. And this is some sort of initiation, okay? This is an initiation period. The gnosis. Okay? This is a moment of clarity, or like it's something you get, a sudden, very powerful knowing that connects you to everything. That connects everything together. Okay? This is some sort of process. This is some sort of test, some sort of initiation. And you need to listen to your intuition, go within. If this person, this abusive person is still in your life, you know, I'm not your mama, but like, it's time. It's beyond time. It's past time, and you know that. I get you want to do things from the caring of your heart, but it's only hurting you. It's only allowing this wound to fester, and like, you don't want it to get infected. Okay, that could be real nasty, especially on the bottom of your foot. That's gonna put you off for quite a while. That would like cut off your progress for who knows how long. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Whoever you are, especially if this is one specific person, I don't know. Like, it's beyond time to let this person go. It's not healthy. They don't treat you right. Go. Release. Cut them out. Please. Oh, gosh. Like, that's, like, you need to stop putting yourself in this situation where you're taken advantage of and abused. You're abused, and you know it. You know it, too. You're aware of how this person treats you and that it's not right. Like, I won't say anymore. I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, like, I care about my collective, you know? Like, I don't want... You don't deserve that kind of treatment, and you know that. You know that. Like, please, remove yourself. Please. Okay, I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't say anything else. I just... You know? But through this deep dive into this initiation, this emotional initiation, we have the mountain underneath as well. Okay, inside of yourself, this obstacle that feels like it's hard to overcome, this foot wound. You're very drained. You're tired. You're limping. Okay, this is like a last step. It feels like a Nine of Wands energy. It's like a final push. It's like a final, like, to get through, to get so that you are at the top of the mountain, not the top of the mountain, the middle of the mountain. Okay, the middle of the mountain. And when you're in this process, you're going to have some sort of sudden realization, some sort of grand awakening, some sort of revelation that's going to really allow you to not only see the interconnectedness of all this, the continuous spiraling of life, the connection of everything and everyone. You're going to embrace this new sense of self, okay, through this process. And you will, through that, understand what you will be putting in this new storage space, okay? You will know how to move forward from where you're at, or you'll know how to recommit to whatever you need to recommit to, okay? I'm going to pull one Gaia card. One Gaia card. If you have stuck around this long, I am glad that it resonated, that you found something that resonated with you. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy, and thank you for tapping in. Thank you for spending your time here. I am greatly, greatly, greatly appreciative of the time that you chose to spend here on this video, okay? Extremely grateful. I want to get one card for you. One Gaia Oracle, please, to close out this message. You keep wanting to come out. I see you. Close out this message. One card. Bear with her. Patience. The song that I channeled for this message, by the way, was Didn't Know You by Carmen. Okay? I feel like that's going to, and my left ear's ringing, and that one's going to connect with someone very strongly. Okay? Last message, closing message. Gaia. What's your message? We got 2. Goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. Ooh, sacred earth mother, a message of love. Oh. You are loved and supported by Mother Gaia, my friend. Okay. Let's read into this here. Card number 7. Okay, 7 could be a significant number for you. Okay, it's time for you to let go of rigid and fixed ideas. Relax and take time out to just be. You've been trying too hard lately and are taking things a little too seriously. Okay, this has blocked your creativity and caused your energy levels to be low. You need to be easy on yourself. Okay, don't. You need to be kind to yourself, okay? Especially if you're taking time, especially if you're someone that constantly works hard. Like me personally, I'm someone that constantly has to be working, doing something, feeling productive, okay? And that is something that I have been working on and I've gotten better at it. There's a need to be kind to yourself because if you are that kind of person, resting feels like you're going to get punished. Okay, and that's definitely something from childhood, just so you know. Like, look into that while you're in this process. There's going to be a need to really, that's why you need this consistent grounding. I almost said meditation. Consistent grounding, so that you may really allow yourself to go through this healing and to know that it's okay to do this kind of thing. When you need to rest when you go through this kind of purging and processing, okay? You need to. You probably tell yourself that you don't have the time, but you must make the time. This is a priority, and you will find an interesting transformation takes place, okay? That Gnosis card, you will have a sudden revelation, okay? Your mind may be telling you it's a futile waste of time, but the opposite is true. Will slow down your thoughts and open your heart, okay? It is fuel for the soul that will have a positive flow-on effect for your entire being, okay? And that is do not take it for granted, as it is of paramount importance, okay? Without your well-being, again, as I said through this message, there's a need to focus on your home. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say your physical health. There's a need to focus on your home, okay, your vessel, your physical. It's physical and emotional together. The home is where the heart is, right? Your physical and emotional coming together. Take care of your physical as it relates to your emotional. Taking care of your physical is going to help you take care of your emotional. I'm getting left ear ringing, okay? So really take care of yourself in that way. Relax and rest and allow yourself into that. Okay, you're going to come into this receptivity because of that. Again, you have some sort of, there's a receptive wound. You've closed yourself off from receiving because of whoever this person was or whatever the situation was, and you're ready to heal that. Okay. Sacred Earth Mother. We travel the endless corridors of our mind until one day we find a pathway that leads us to our heart. Who you truly are has nothing to do with your personality or your achievements, successes, or failures, okay? You're not going to be punished for relaxing. You're not going to get stuck there either, because going in this is, like I said, is going to help you have this revelation that helps you really recommit and go forward and know exactly how you're moving forward, why you're moving forward, what ways, okay? The you think you are is an actor playing a role that your soul has chosen. You're creating a new identity. You need to release, burp for confirmation. You need to release this old person because you're tying a part of your old identity. Your part of your old identity is tied to this person. That's why they need to go. This is why you need to release them no matter how much you love them, okay? I understand. The essence of you is soul, light with no beginning or end. You are an eternal spark of pure creativity, unlimited potential that yearns to be expressed and fulfilled. That gem, okay? That gem. Your potential is your destiny. It awaits your call. Trust your heart and apply its love and wisdom to all you do. In this way, all you create or do will be a true expression of your soul. It is through expressing your truth that you create things of lasting value. Be true to you. Okay. Throughout this process, you are really going to, things are just going to let out. Things are going to pour out. And there is a need to just let that happen, as it's going to allow you to really embrace this new identity and step into this new sense of self. And the more you step into that new sense of self and embrace that new identity, that beautiful authenticity of yours and yours alone, it is going to really elevate you and is really going to it's going to protect you even more than you are already protected. It's going to reinvigorate you. It's going to revitalize who you are, okay? Nightwind, facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. That summarizes the message. Okay, so thank you if you have watched it to this point. Thank you so much for tapping in. If you are drawn to me as a personal reader, I am offering personal energetic readings for $35. So if you are interested, do not be afraid to reach out. I will have my email in the comments below or in my bio. And if you've stuck around this long, please don't feel afraid to like, comment if you feel drawn, and subscribe for more messages from me, okay? And until next time, guys, much love. Bye-bye.